how does a hospital system that is like nationally regarded for what it does making so many of the people who utilize it angry?
My name is Leslie Poston. I was born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm 51 years old. Growing up in Pittsburgh, I believe my younger years were fun years. Born and raised in St. Clair Village over there on the south side. We had fun. Didn't realize it was a project, it was home. I've been UPMC for 13 years.
My name is Charles Patterson, but my friends call me CJ. Born and raised in East Bream home with all my life. I got grandkids, you know, I try to help out my kids with their kids as much as possible when I can. Work at Presbyterian Hospital in the GI lab for over 10 years. Patients, when they come back to the hospital and they see me, they're excited, you know, because I keep them laughing. I tell them little jokes and little stories about my family. UPMC could treat their workers better, but they won't.
And the fact that they can give such great medical care despite all, you know, how you have this massive problem with hierarchy in hospitals and these severely underpaid people is kind of says more about the people who work at the bottom than it does at the people at the top.
There's time I have to really pick and choose if I'm going to pay the light or the gas, water, and our lights have been off. We had numerous termination for our gas.
But I believe that for what we do, we should be paid adequately. No one's asking to be a millionaire or make CEO money. A few months back, during my self-breast examination, I found a lump. Called my OB-GYN and had an appointment set up. But first, I was not going to do it. I was like, I don't have the money. So instead of me trying to be well, I have to figure out how I'm going to pay these doctors, these co-pays, in order for me to get the treatment that I need to save my life.
I was having a problem with my eyes, okay? So I had to go see an eye specialist. So when she told me I needed a surgery, I asked her, when can I get it done soon, because I couldn't take it anymore. Well, after the surgery, I couldn't see about 3 or 4 days. You know, my eyes was completely shut, and I had to pick and choose if I'm gonna buy a grocery today or get my medicine for my eyes. So I chose to buy the medicine instead of getting grocery for the family. And I felt let my sons and my grandkids down because they're hungry, you know. I am in debt to the hospital I work for. They call me every day wanting their money.
And if you can't pay for all of that and you can't, you know, give your kids the life you want to or give yourself the life you wanted to, and you're working hard, you're working 40 hours a week and still not making it, no wonder people are frustrated. I knew 2 people working at my job who had bachelor's degrees, and they're making $12, $13 an hour. It's insane. Like, people in my generation are graduating with like $100,000 worth of debt.
The frustration comes in when you feel less than a person, and at times I do feel that way. Do I pay my rent or do I eat? Do I pay my light or do I eat? I've been having to rely on the food bank a lot to get help. I got collection people calling me now behind the bills for UPMC. I'm in debt to UPMC. No one else but UPMC. And I just don't have the money to do that.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing pretty good. Really drained, tired all the time, but I'm doing pretty good.
Take your time. Yes, ma'am.
I wish that I can believe that life-changing medicine is true. I guess it's true for some people.
I would like to see a middle class built back here in Pittsburgh, and with the workers at UPMC, there's enough of us could be a middle class here in Pittsburgh.
Back on Friday, said what we knew all along. I was suspended and several of my co-workers were fired for supporting the union. UPMC was wrong when it retaliated against us for exercising our right to form a union.
A couple years ago, I have two co-workers that were for talking about the union was fired and brought back and fired again. I in turn was happy that they had came back and sent out an email. Wasn't nothing about the union, but was welcoming my two co-workers back. I was suspended without pay. My co-workers and I was suspended and they were fired, had a case against UPMC. In the end, we ended up winning.
This is about getting back to work and building our union. Support is growing, and we are showing that change is possible. We are making a difference. I want to thank everyone that my co-workers going back to work, and it's not over yet, because we are still in it to win.
And being all my medical conditions and what I'm going through now, if I gotta be pushed in a wheelchair or am I on crutches or a walker or whatever it may be, come high, hell water, I'm gonna be there April 14th.